Korshchenov's orders. Sorry. To all soldiers, this is the end of Galicia. Do not come here. The only thing you'll find here is death.
Keep it short or I'll put a bullet in you. After the signal, nobody will.
I'm a friendly.
I emptied half a mag into that fucker, and he didn't even blink. Like those armor-piercing rounds were rubber bullets. I was lucky the Colonel had that grenade launcher.
I'm swamped with work these days, Skiff. I barely have time to eat. Luckily, Goryankov sent me some extra hands in the kitchen. They're all recovering from Icarus and S.t.a.l.k.e.r and aren't quite fit for regular duty yet. At least they'll get some decent food. The guys who came back from Icarus are acting real weird. Just yesterday, one of them took a bowl of soup and started stirring it with a spoon, real quick-like. I ask him, "What are you doing?" And he says, "It's so deep and quiet down there." Have fun.
Put the equipment on the table. I'll make sure it gets to the Colonel. He'll contact you when he's available. In the meantime, stop by our technician. He'll give you some gear to make sure you look the part.
Come here, Skiff. The Colonel ordered me to kit you out. Hope the sizes are right. Here, take this. This gear's top-notch, just like the Colonel requested. I've made a few extra enhancements too, based on our combat experience. I always knew those noontiders were trouble. You could always tell what a stalker's up to. But those bastards? We should have put them on the target list as dangerous mutants right from the get-go. But the Colonel won't be so diplomatic now. After what they did at S.t.a.l.k.e.r, it's gonna be an eye for an eye.
What's the situation here?
Well, the brass are planning, the boys are trading stories, and I'm here busy restocking our supplies. Top-notch stuff. We're almost fully stocked, making sure there's enough gear for the reinforcements.
What's the chatter among the troops?
Don't you know? It's all monolith this, monolith that, monolith every which way. The big buzz is about the Duga. Word is, they massacred the whole IPSF garrison there.
Where are these reinforcements coming from?
You're all over the place. When Korshchenov got back from S.t.a.l.k.e.r, he ordered a full-scale mobilization.
What are they planning?
That's what HQ is for, to keep us grunts in the dark until the orders come down the line. But when officers spend day and night briefing, We know some serious shit's in the works. The usual? Good as new? Even better? Take care of yourself. The rest, we can fix.
Skiff, come on in.
Seen anyone from Icarus?
Only in body bags. A whole bunch of them got brought in yesterday. I hear Pikmin and Cods are at the hospital. They're in pretty bad shape.
First Icarus, and now this? I didn't sign up for this shit, bro.
Looks like we're in for a rough ride.
Hello.
Stalkers deal with emissions, mutants, and artifacts on a daily basis. They see it all. And we analyze what they've seen. In a way, you're the Zone's eyes, and we're its brain. See you.
Hello. I'll never understand the people who are willing to do field work. All that rain, cold, and mud. Not to mention mutants, anomalies, and, well, stalkers. Sounds suicidal to me. See you.
A year here ought to count as...
Those Icarus guys are real dumb. Looks like Sergeant Pikmin got the gun and...
You need to grab a bite? Or do you just want to chat? Have fun.
Need some leave.
We got used to being comfortable, and now it feels like a submarine. Cramped, smells like dirty socks, and there's always a line for the latrine. Then again, an angry soldier fights harder.
Permission to raise spirits? Permission to raise spirits?
A year here ought to count as 2, 3 even.
Mutants and bandits are just trash waiting to be taken out. Just brainless pieces of shit begging for a bullet in the head. Mutants and bandits are just
the programming of Noontiders and other ex-monolithians. But their psi immunity has been compromised ever since Project X. I can't yet say how dangerous it is for regular people.
But it is safe to say you're a fucking failure, darling. Well, I guess it runs in the family. Remind me, why did you save this little sack of shit from X11? And you really think all this technobabble is gonna save your ass now? I should have kicked Dahlon's bullshit out of you a long time ago!
So you want me to dump it down for you? Fine. Here. See this mesh? The emitter is like the Duga, but in miniature. The Duga can be used to amplify Psi radiation. It's powerful enough to transmit another signal and destroy the Psi immunity of everything and everyone in the zone.
What? Some kind of brain scorcher?
In theory, yes. Only 10 times as powerful. That's just a rough estimate, of course.
Son of a bitch. You just want to do another experiment, don't you? Here we go again with your daddy issues. He can't stand to live in his father's shadow. Poor boy. Well, your old man also went to great lengths and ended up betraying the board and destroying everything. Oh, he was really pleased with himself, until he got shot. You were hired to fix the problems on this project. But now, the Institute lies in ruins, and my men are dead! What are you gonna fuck up next, Dolan?
But I succeeded.
The doctor is right, Colonel. He did succeed. The Alpha artifact has been found. Project X's network is restored and functioning. The Institute's mission has been accomplished. We may have underestimated Strider, but that's not Dalin's fault. Something else is going on here. Something we don't know about yet. But I'm sure the Ward is perfectly capable of dealing with these issues. Everyone needs to be on top of their game right now. Our goal is within reach.
Wait till you laugh your asses off when I tell you some home-based
Permission
shit.
to raise
Fucking
spirits?
hilarious.
You heard everything, Skiff. Now let's not waste any more time.
Wait, Colonel. Skiff, the flash drive from the S.t.a.l.k.e.r archives. Do you have it?
Yes.
I hope that's the end of it, darling. Let's get down to business.
You think Monolith poses a real threat to the entire zone?
If they manage to establish a foothold at the Duga, it will pose a grave threat indeed. However, the Ward has a tactical advantage. I know all about their typical MO, and they don't know anything about mine.
Thanks for the gear, Colonel.
You're welcome. You earned it. I hope this isn't the last time. I'm not like Dahlin. I don't make empty promises. If you're fighting by my side, you won't go into battle without the essentials.
So, how are you planning to take the Duga?
This time, I'm going to harness the full power of the Ward. My vanguard is already scouting the area. But you belong with the main force. Captain S.t.a.l.k.e.r will brief you on the details when you get to your position.
Thanks for retrieving the flash drive, Skiff.
It was on the way. Tell me about the Duga. Do you think Monolith has any plans for it?
The Duga is a former military facility. Or, at least, that was its original purpose. Its function has evolved since the creation of the zone. It now serves as both a control facility and a communication relay station. Of course, the Monolith isn't after our comms. Their goal is to use the Duga to tap into the minds of pretty much everyone in the zone. That's their plan, I believe.
So, your father was a scientist who worked on Project X?
Not just any scientist. He was the head of the team that conducted the experiment to contact the noosphere. They eventually came to be known as sea consciousness. The experiment spiraled out of control and... well, they're essentially responsible for the emergence of the zone.
What went wrong at the Institute? Have you figured out what caused the signal?
The telemetry data on the flash drive we brought will give us a clear picture. However, it's already evident that external interference was involved. Someone other than us had access to Azimuth Station's router and tampered with its operation.
Permission to raise spirit?
As a result, the attempt to establish connection to the generators failed, triggering the defense protocol and restarting the monolith program. See you later.
Do you have any more questions, Yevhen?
Permission to raise spirits?
What now? What's your plan?
The plan remains the same. We need to get the zone's anomalous energy under control. To achieve this, we need to reach the generators and bring them online. Then we can activate the network of research centers we've set up across the mainland. These centers are equipped with more advanced generator facilities.
But who do you represent? Project X? The regulatory board the Colonel mentioned?
You're quite perceptive. That much is certain. Yes, the regulatory board. As for Project X and its scientific endeavors, we simply ensured its continuity during a period when the government was unable to dedicate itself to the study of anomalous phenomena. You don't need to know the details. So let's just say we're interested in anything that can propel humanity forward along the path of evolution. That includes the zone.
Why does Colonel Korshinov see the scientists from Project X as traitors?
His statements are often quite harsh. True, they did conduct a poorly planned and unauthorized experiment that ultimately brought them down. But at the same time, they're responsible for the creation of the zone itself. So no, I wouldn't label them as traitors. Too independent, too ambitious maybe. But traitors, they were not.
What about the new home you promised me?
Do you want to live in a world where a fanatical sect tries to mold everyone in their own image? Because that's what they're preparing to do at the Duga. Somehow I thought you had a different vision for the future. One where every human being will be happier than they were yesterday, not the other way around. See you later.
You heard everything, Skiff. Now let's not waste any more time.
Wait, Colonel. Skiff, the flash drive from the S.t.a.l.k.e.r archives. Do you have it?
Yes.
I hope that's the end of it, darling. Let's...
So,
This...
Mutants and bandits are just trash waiting to be...
Wait till you laugh your asses off when I tell you some home-based shit. Fucking hilarious.
Hilarious. Funny as an extra shit.
Hey, Stibor! What day of the week is it?
Thursday.
Yesterday was Saturday, right? Saturday, Thursday, Monday, Friday, Wednesday? What happened to the other 2 days? I must have lost track. Again.
Fuck. What did they expose you guys to at Icarus?
Batalov did his best at Icarus, but unfortunately, nightmares, anxiety, memory problems. That's a lot to deal with. It's a good thing those damn swamps didn't hit you nearly as hard. The timing of those S.t.a.l.k.e.r experiments couldn't have been worse. With the monolith causing trouble, our need for sutures and bandages has already tripled. Now we've got no one to look after the Icarus survivors. Just try not to get shot.
Ask my senior officer.